Hello, Ajax. You're welcome. I'm glad I could save you. Hello, everybody. Seamless KaBoom here once again with Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the first part of the trilogy. And I just rescued Ajax, as you saw, because I'm continuing here in the high caves. Now, I do got a few extra things I gotta take care of here real quick before we're fully done with this level. And hopefully I can succeed. I didn't get all the way down. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. At least now I can gather up all this stuff here real quick. Probably work my way up to the top, because then I can fly down and get it with the flame. The flame fairy power. Because, ooh, I don't want to forget that 5. Because if you remember right, this is when I get my... This is when Spyro gets his first kiss. It's so cute. Okay, I need these gems. Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now, let's get up here. Now, over the past few episodes, I know some of you have been... Oh, dear God! That did not happen like I wanted it to. Some of you might have noticed, like, I got kind of personal and was talking, like, serious things of, like, current situation and stuff like that. I'm not trying to air out my dirty laundry, mind you. I'm using topic points to talk about because I figure some people might be... Oh, come on. Some people might be of interest to find out the inner workings. So, I am just happily obliging with certain information. Give a bit of behind-the-scenes explanation on the varying audio quality that has been throughout the past couple of years. To give context. Like, I could also give... I mean, if we're on the topic of that kind of stuff, I have another one that I can go ahead and use this episode's filler topic discussion thing. Okay, what was the skill point? Hidden painting I got the trophy, so I'm good there. Okay, so almost done. Okay, but one of those topic points I can also use to talk about with varying quality has been the video quality. I mean, I kind of touched on it a little bit at the beginning of the series about how basically I barely glanced over it. I meant to go a little bit more into detail, but I'm using this new device for HDMI recordings that is of better quality recording output-wise compared to that of what I was using when I did the recordings of Insane Trilogy and the Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. That's not the first series where that kind of thing happens. I mean, over time, I've used several different methods of recording. There were a couple things in the really, really early days of me doing recordings, and it was only a few because I didn't have the capability of it. Am I missing stuff? I'm missing stuff. Where the hell am I missing stuff? Where am I missing stuff? Oh, I know. Ha. Okay. Berries. Anyways. So over the years, the reason why I kind of say that I, in a sense, even with my amateur and really, really cheap aspects of how I've gone about making these videos, over time, collecting certain things and trying things out and figuring out what works, what doesn't, is what has helped me reach the level of video creation that my channel has become over the years to be where I am now. And what I mean by that is different devices of actually recording. So some in the early days, there were a few games and a few episodes that I did use emulators. I try to stay away from that now. One, I've never really liked emulators because I prefer to record off. I prefer to play on the original systems. Like even on the Switch with the online gaming stuff for the half-ass emulators that they have on the Switch, I don't even really like playing those ones because the way the controller's set up, and that's where my personal thing is. If you're going to play these old games, the real feel comes from playing it on the original system because of playing it on the original controller. Yes, you could adapt with the new controller, but sometimes certain games it's just too complicated to do that with. N64 is a fine example. Just to throw one out there. But I now stay away from that and I record off of the actual systems. Or if it's a PC game, I play off my computer, obviously. But otherwise, when it comes to like emulating the actual games, I'm actually, I don't know if any episodes have come out yet by the time this is coming out, but, when I recorded Mega Man 2, that was an emulator. I was playing Mega Man 2, the actual cartridge, on an actual original Nintendo. So, I've done what I can to avoid doing emulators now because it's kind of an icky feel. But when I also really started moving away from that, I was really trying to figure out how to do certain recordings off of certain systems. And at that moment, I ended up having a device that worked for barely any real time of worth, so to speak. I am lost. I'm gonna have to redo this one. Damn it. All because of one arch. Well, on two planes. Anyways, so it worked and then it just started failing and stopped working. Basically the online driver just quit working for whatever freaking reason that it decided to. So at that point, I went when Fry's Electronics was still open and a business. I had attempted to get another new device that I could use RCA cables on and record off of, and how disappointing is it that you spend this money on this device, you go to use it, and it only works for selected systems and games. Damn it. So the device I got, to give you an example of what I'm explaining here. So the device I got was RCA capable. So you were able to plug in your red, white, and yellow video and audio wires into it and record off your system. And then it was USB plug into whatever your computer you had, download video, window program that shows the footage, and you're basically set up. I wasn't able to record with that program. However, I was able to use Fraps, which was one of the recording programs I was getting to get footage with. I was able to use that to my advantage with that program, and that's how I was able to record with it. However, when I say only certain systems and stuff like that, I mean that to the literal sense. I was able to only record Xbox 360 and PS2. So I was able to record PS2, so one of the games I recorded, a couple of the games I recorded with it was Kingdom Hearts and Jak and Daxter. And you can kind of tell because it's got a weird net filter over some of the colors on the footage. That's how you could tell damn it, I was so close! That's how you could tell that I was using that device on those games. So even though I was recording off a PS2, if I was to put in a PlayStation 1 game, there would be no video. I would have audio, but there would be no video. It wouldn't even register video at all into the program on the device. And then same thing with the Xbox 360. I was able to do 360 games but not Xbox games. I mean, at the same time, playing Xbox games on the 360 was already kind of difficult because the machine sometimes just never worked properly trying to do it anyways. But nevertheless, that was it. I was limited to PS2 and 360. So, Portal, the first Portal, that was one of those games that I recorded with that device. Okay, let's see if I can do this time without fucking failing. Alright, and try to finish this discussion. So, after that, I ended up upgrading with another device because I found this interesting device that was a, as they call it, a VHS to DVD converter ripper program device that was a USB device that you plug in USB and had the ports, thank you, that you plug in your RCA cables into, and also has an S-video thing with it. Oh, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. So let's retry real quick now that I'm done with that. So I could check skill point? No. Okay. How about trophy? Oops. Trophy. What's the trophy here? So I got that device. The program doesn't work really well. Flame all the fairies. Okay. So flame all the fairies. So that device works really well with the program of the previous device because the video quality using the device that comes with the new device that I had just gotten, it's not good. It's just not good. And that quality you can see when I recorded the first Super Mario Brothers. You can see how the quality came out on that one. And that was with what's called Roxio, the Roxio device. The first device I bought that was only working with the PS2 and the Xbox was a Diamond Multimedia, I think it was called. So I'm able to use that program for the Diamond to get the footage, but I'm able to link in with a lot more systems and better quality with the Roxio device. And then when it came to the HDMIs, I got this little box RCA HDMI converter from Walmart, and that was kind of the darker filtered frames that you see in the Crash Insane Trilogy and CTR remaster. And now compare that footage to this, which is the newer device, which I would have to look to see what it's called. One moment. Vivitar? Which basically, like, it looks like a USB stick, but at the end of it is a port where you plug in the HDMI. I can't use that with the Diamond program. However, to record, I have to use this separate program, which is OBS, and honestly, off the top of my head, I don't remember what OBS stands for. I'll probably put it up on the screen here for the moment as I finish talking about this to end this episode. Because now next is me going into Wizard Peak. So, there you go. There's some behind the scenes extravaganza of one episode talking about how I've done my audio over the years, and a follow-up episode discussing how I've gotten my footage over the years, and the varying different qualities and why it has been. So, what am I going to talk about in the next episode? I don't fucking know.